Welcome to The Explainer, everyone. I am absolutely pumped to walk you through what is shaping up to be one of the most monumental matchups in modern football history. Seriously, on July 15th, the entire footballing world is going to come to a complete standstill. Arlington, Texas, Dallas Stadium. It's Les Bleus taking on La Roja in a colossal 2026 World Cup semifinal clash. We're going to break down the tactics, the history, and the key players who will ultimately decide who punches their ticket to the ultimate final. Okay, let's dive into this. The ultimate question we're looking at here: who breaks first? On one side, we've got Spain. They are an unstoppable force, totally defined by this breathtaking attacking flair. And then on the other side, France, the immovable object. They are rooted in a defensive pragmatism that has literally frustrated the best teams on the planet. You see, this isn't just a game of football. It's a profound clash of tactical ideologies. And figuring out who bends first is exactly what makes this whole matchup so fascinating. Section 1, the road to Dallas. Let's look at exactly how both teams got here. The contrast in their journeys through this grueling 48-team tournament is pretty stark. Manager Luis de la Fuente has engineered a Spanish side that has been, well, flawless and fearless. They just dismantled a very physical Belgium team 2-1 in the quarters. How? Largely by unleashing Nico Williams' explosive pace and relying on Martin Zubimendi's absolute control over the midfield tempo. Meanwhile, Didier Deschamps' France took a completely different route. Pragmatic, incredibly stable, and just immensely powerful. They shut out a highly dangerous Moroccan side 2-0, basically neutralizing counterattacks with that sheer big match temperament that you really only get from deep tournament experience. Moving on to Section 2, a historic rivalry. These are two deep-rooted European superpowers. 37. That is the massive number of times these two sides have met in official international competitions. It's a huge sample size, and honestly, it reveals an incredibly tight historical edge. Spain actually claims 17 victories to France's 13. But, numbers only tell part of the story. It's the moments that really define them. Let's move to and see how this builds across the timeline of modern football, because the drama really just escalates. Back in 1984, France won the Euro final 2-0 over Spain. Jump to 2006, their only other World Cup knockout meeting, by the way, and Zinedine Zidane orchestrates the stunning 3-1 comeback. Fast forward to the Euro 2024 semifinal, and we all remember Lamine Yamal's generational goal that sent Spain through. And then, just last year in the 2025 Nations League, Spain took a completely chaotic 5-4 thriller. Walking through this timeline proves one thing for sure: when these two modern squads meet, absolute fireworks are a guarantee. Section 3, the clash of philosophies. Let's get into the intellectual meat of this explainer, the tactical blueprints. Spain is bringing Tiki-Taka 2.0. To be clear, this is not that slow passing just to pass style from a decade ago. It's a vertical, high-pressing 4-3-3. They rely heavily on Yamal and Williams to aggressively pin opposing fullbacks out wide, which opens up this massive interior space for midfielders like Pedri to exploit. France, on the other hand, counters with pure defensive solidity. Deschamps uses a flexible, incredibly compact low block. They are perfectly happy to let you have the ball. They'll just compress the central space, suffocate the attack, and then boom, trigger these rapid counter explosions using the blistering pace of Kylian Mbappé and Dembélé in transition. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when these philosophies hit the pitch. Just look at the possession metric. Spain is dominating the ball with an average of 61% possession compared to France's 47%. And that translates directly into offense, with Spain scoring 2.2 goals per match to France's 1.6. But take a look at the defensive metrics at the bottom. France is just suffocating opponents, racking up 4 clean sheets to Spain's 3. But the standout statistic of this entire tournament? 0.2. That is the absurdly low average number of goals France is conceding per match. I mean, to put that into perspective, Didier Deschamps has essentially constructed a defensive fortress that is mathematically and physically almost impenetrable. It is literally going to take something spectacular to break them down. Which brings us to Section 4, predicted lineups. Let's see who's actually taken the pitch in Arlington. Spain's 4-3-3 is custom built to dictate the game. You've got Unai Simon anchoring a backline featuring Lenormand and Cucurella. But the real magic happens in the engine room. Zubimendi and Pedri are tasked with feeding that absolutely terrifying front three of Yamal, Oyarzabal, and Williams. And let's not forget their massive bench strength. They have absolute game changers like Dani Olmo and Alex Baena just waiting in the wings to completely flip the tactical dynamic in the second half. France counters with a remarkably balanced 4-2-3-1. Right in front of Mike Maignan, they have an aggressive backline featuring Theo Hernandez. And to execute that low block we were just talking about, Deschamps perfectly blends the youth of Manu Kone with the veteran calm of Adrien Rabiot in the midfield pivot. This entire structure essentially exists to launch Dembélé, Olise, Doué, and ultimately Kylian Mbappé on the counter. Let's zoom in a bit for Section 5, Key Player Battles. These are the micro battles that will directly decide the match. First up, we have Kylian Mbappé against Spain's center back Robin Lenormand. Mbappé absolutely thrives on drifting out left or operating centrally to use his diagonal acceleration to just shred defensive lines. Lenormand has an immense task on his hands here. If Spain's fullbacks push up and he gets isolated one-on-one without cover, no way. Mbappé's pace will mercilessly destroy that space. Lenormand's positional discipline is going to be tested every single minute of this game. On the other side of the pitch, we've got a direct rematch from Euro 2024. The teenage sensation Lamine Yamal up against Theo Hernandez. Yamal is physically stronger now, and he's absolutely lethal when he cuts inside onto his left foot. Meanwhile, Theo Hernandez is one of the most aggressive, attack-minded left-backs in the world. He has to balance his natural desire to overlap with strict, disciplined defending, because if Hernandez pushes too far forward and leaves a gap, the physically mature Yamal will instantly exploit that vacant space. So the crucial point is the ultimate war for tempo, and that's going to be fought right in the center of the park, Martin Zubimendi versus Adrien Rabiot. Zubimendi is the tactical brain of Spain. His whole job is to recycle possession and stop counterattacks before they ever start. On the flip side, Rabiot, armed with immense tournament experience, is going to be deployed specifically to be a box-to-box physical disruptor. France really needs Rabiot to shatter Zubimendi's rhythm and impose French physicality on the game's overall tempo. Finally, Section 6, the mind game, where mentality often trumps tactics. These two teams carry completely different mindsets into this match. Spain's hunger is driven by a fearless youth movement and a massive surge of confidence from their recent Euro 2024 victory over this very French team. They play with so much freedom. Contrast that perfectly with France's battle-hardened experience. This core group knows exactly how to survive this exact stage. I mean, they were champions in 2018, finalists in 2022. They simply do not panic under ultimate pressure. If this match grinds down into extra time or penalties, that French composure becomes an immeasurable asset. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the final thought it leaves us with. History is waiting to be written in Dallas. Does Spain's momentum, their high-pressing tiki-taka 2.0, and their fearless, youthful exuberance finally break down the wall? Or will France's golden generation, fortified by a 0.2 goals conceded average and unmatched big-game pragmatism, prove once again that the World Cup stage truly belongs to them? It's the ultimate showdown, and I honestly can't wait to see how it unfolds. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and enjoy the match.